Hello and welcome. This is Self-Control, How to Build a Better Life, a podcast that will inspire you to take control of your mind and your mindset to go forward and build the life that you want to live. Tips and tricks, mindset shifts, hacks, behaviors, things that we can use today to start building a better life for ourselves right now in the moment. And today I wanted to share with you a piece of advice that was given to me. I find it especially useful, especially when I'm looking to take the easy way out or to cut corners. Of course, it's very tempting to do that, right? Some days we look to take the easy way out, to skip out on the gym, to cheat on the diet, to cheat on our partner, God forbid. Say, I'll start that book, I'll start that online class, I'll make that difficult phone call, I'll call the doctor tomorrow. And sometimes tomorrow never comes, right? It's always tomorrow. I think that if you're considering at any point in your life to take the easy way out, and you know when you're doing it, right? You know what's required of you, you know what's necessary, and you know when you are not bringing your full self to bear on the world, when you are looking to make it easy on yourself for whatever reason. You're tired, you don't have a clear path forward. It seems like it's going to be a lot of work. There's plenty of reasons to take the easy way out. But we have to remember, for one thing, when we make that choice to cut corners, to take the easy way out, then we will be dissatisfied with the results. In fact, it's almost insane to half-ass it, right? To not bring our full self, to not do what is required, and then be surprised when someone calls us out for it. So remember this. This is what was told to me, and I hold it dear, and I use it every now and then when I'm starting to get lazy. The impact that you want to make is equal to the amount of work that you are willing to put in. The impact that you want to make is equal to the amount of work you are willing to put in. So this was told to me by my coach, Anthony. He was helping me market the podcast, learn about marketing, and develop the whole concept for the show. And, there were times when I was thinking, well, do I really need to do video? Do I really need to worry about doing multiple episodes a week? Should I have guests? How can I do this in a way that's going to be easy for me and still say I'm doing a podcast? And he simply said that to me. The impact that you want to have, right? You want this podcast to have listeners. You want it to become a stream of income for you. You want it to help people, if that's possible. You want to build a community. You want to share ideas. That impact requires you to put in a proportionate amount of work, right? So I have to remind myself of this. You want listeners, you want viewers, you want followers, you want clients, you want opportunities, you want cash flow. You want to be accepted, admired, desired. You want peace and self-esteem and love in your life. You better work as hard or harder at becoming someone that is worthy of that has those things. And I'm not here to tell you, or I'm not here to fall into this sort of rhetoric about the hustle and grind culture, work all day long, work. Work's the most important thing, build. Rest is as important in personal development as anything else. And that sort of attention to what the body needs and what the mind needs. I don't think this is the same thing. And it might actually be our life's work to become all that we can be. And so we can't be afraid to work hard at discerning exactly what and where we want to make the impact first. So if it's health and fitness, you can load up early on time spent researching and practicing exercise routine, diet, sleep, fasting, whatever it takes to make your body and your mind healthy. If it's a business endeavor that you're working on, maybe you want to invest in coaching, marketing, networking. If it's more broadly self-development, of course, you can load up on that extra time spent journaling, meditating, creating, praying, doing yoga, whatever that looks like. The point is that the results that we want, at some point we have to reckon with the fact that they are going to take a lot of energy, a lot of effort to bring into reality, in whatever area of life. So I think that if you are willing to first discern where you want to make that impact, that itself can be hard work. Well, what do I need to work on, right? Once you're willing to sort of decide where you need to make the impact, I think you'll find that you can actually begin to shape a daily or a weekly routine that includes work in all those areas. Even if you spend time early on in this phase of putting more effort into one area of your life or the other. We learn to be flexible. Over time, you'll begin to be able to balance those different areas of life under this understanding that, hey, I want to make an impact in all these areas of my life. It's going to require a proportionate amount of work. It's going to feel like work, but then the results are going to feel really, really rewarding. But by the same token, you also, I think, and I tell this to myself, I say you, I'm often just talking to myself on this show, and I'm happy that you're listening, but we have to remember that so much work that we're willing to do is quite often unrewarded, right? You might spend a day learning a new routine, a new workout exercise, a new meal that you could prepare for yourself. You might do some work at looking into coaching or learning about marketing, or you might finally go out and start journaling, learn what meditation even is. There might be no initial reward until 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, a year down the road for some of this stuff. So it is our ability to realize that, yes, the impact is coming. Not every second of work will be rewarded. That doesn't mean I don't put the work in. But I think over time, you'll be surprised at just what kind of an impact you can really have in your growth with this mindset, this belief that, look, I really do want to make a difference. The difference that I want to make, the harder I work, the bigger the difference I can make. It's almost like simple physics, and I'm no physician or physicist either. Over time, I really do think you'll be surprised at the impact you can have in your growth and who you can become and how much you are actually capable of. So consider this for yourself. What is it that you want in your life? What is that impact you want to make? How much energy and how much effort is it going to take? And are you intimidated by that? Or are you more excited about the positive or possible, the potential impact, the potential results? And are you willing to at least get started? So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please, by all means, get in touch on Facebook. Drop a comment on YouTube. Subscribe over on YouTube if you're just listening. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts if this content is helpful to you. Drop a question in the Q&A on Spotify. Really hoping to, over time, build a community around this podcast and hear from those who are doing this journey, because I'm sure there's a lot of us out there kind of in the same boat, and we could all pull together. And if this podcast could be in any way a sort of communal place or a thing that people can rally around, I'd be more than happy to hear from anybody who's out there. So that's about it. And please remember, in the meantime, better is possible.